And I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. Carl the Cobra. Saul. And now it's time for the...
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this... Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? They better start respecting each other's punching power. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Neither man really defending themselves. That left counterpunch will score. Both of these athletes' gas tanks are going to be tested. Endurance will be the key on an afternoon like this one.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
He just misses with that big right hand. Punch, counter punch. Why aren't they defending? Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Come on.
And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. A perfect counter shot. That left counter was perfectly timed. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Missed him with that uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter-puncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come. There's the bell to start round three. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. They won't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Big shots from both these fighters. They both want the knockout. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they'll make it up and this fight continues. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. You'd like to see more jabs. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? See how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here. Nice counter shot with the right hand. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe? He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter. And he fails to score with that left hook. That counter shot lands. Nice exchange here from both men. And he misses with the left uppercut. Beautiful counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. They exchange punches. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Good counterpunching from both these athletes. No power in those punches. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. He missed with that jab.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Lands with the right counter. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter right hand again. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. On to the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Catch and shoot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good left counter that lands. He threw the hook, didn't land. FROCH and well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. You believe what we are seeing. Both men step back for just a moment. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Counter right. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked. There's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And a counter left. You've got someone with the hand speed that Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He got out of the way of that right hook. Great counter right hand there. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Gets out of the way of that left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch. Oh, FROCH seeing cobwebs. How are they still standing? There's a counter shot. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Left counter scores. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Nice exchange here from both men. Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Good counter left hand there.
One, two, three, four, five.
Let's see how the corner handles their fight. And there's the bell for round 9. They gotta be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Beautiful counter punch. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Perfect counter lands. Good counter punching for both these fighters. What this fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. That punch scores. They're both trying for a knockout. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged. Fantastic punch. Despite what we've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. What a huge momentum. And there's the bell to start round 10. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky legs. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round, because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Punch, counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. FROCH in trouble.
Oh, I heard that never by SAUL.
And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Finally. There's the bell to start round 11. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They score again with the left hand. Blocks the left there. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Both men step back for just a moment. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. So it's plan B time after being knocked down. Who thought we would have made it to 12? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
There's a counter shot. They continue to miss. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Neither man really defending themselves. You'd like to see more. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Punch, counter punch. That counter shot lands. So it's a majority decision. One judge saw it a draw. The other two scored it for the same fighter.
Shows how much we know. We didn't have it like that. We thought it was a one-sided fight. But you know what? Spot on. I don't mind being wrong right now for an entertainment like that. What a fight.